What's good with y'all YouTube, man? We back again, and today we got another video, bro. But today we are talking about something I haven't talked about on this channel literally at all. We are going to be talking about college football, bro. Now, week 2 just happened as I'm recording this. It is Monday, the Monday after week 2 of college football. I don't give a damn about week 0. And then week 1, I was kind of like I was debating in my head, like, will we talk about college football or not on this channel? And I don't want to be boring y'all with too much of the same stuff, so we're going to talk about college football on this channel. And the first thing I want to talk about, because I am a Penn State student, if you didn't know, is Penn State beating Bowling Green 34-27? You could only beat Bowling Green, the Bowling Green Falcons, could only beat you only beat them as the number 8 team in the nation by 7 points. You were down at halftime 24-20. You kicked a last-second field goal at halftime. Before that, you were down 24-17. You started the game off down 7-0. They got the ball first. I'm not mad at you for that. But then, at a point in the second quarter, you were down 17-7. What, James Franklin? Me and you, we need to have a talk, because I've been going to Penn State. One of my best friends plays football at Ohio State. Some of my other friends go to Mizzou. We all talk about football all the time. One of my other friends is a Michigan fan. We talk about college football all the time. And in every single year that we've talked about it, guess what has been the constant with Penn State? Oh, they're going to get super high in the rankings. They're going to have talent. They're going to have 8 guys go in the first round like they did last year in the draft. They're going to be a team that could win the Big Ten. But then what happens every single year? Oh, because our coach is James Franklin, guess what we do? We lose to Michigan. We lose to Ohio State. Now, this year, we don't play Michigan. I don't believe. But we don't play Michigan this year. That's great. But still, we have USC. Illinois is not going to be an easy game, considering the fact that we just almost lost to Bowling Green. Kent State this weekend might not even be a doggone easy game, considering the fact that we just almost lost to Bowling Green. Beat the dog doo-doo out of West Virginia in a game that was delayed for like 2 hours, in a game that I thought was going to be kind of close, because West Virginia I thought was a pretty good team. But then you come out here on a team that you should have beat by 35, 40, or 50, and you only win 34-27. James Franklin, if you would have lost this game, I was calling for your head. I said in the group chat with the homies, I said if we lose this game, James Franklin shouldn't even get a ride back. Get a ride back home. Keep in mind it was a home game. I'm talking about to his house. He should have to Uber. He should have to walk. Because he wouldn't be my doggone head coach no more, bro. He tripping. Hey, ignore the pillows. We got pillowcases coming. I came back up here to Penn State, and I don't know where my pillowcase is at. Somebody's stealing. I actually don't know where they're at, so I had to order new ones. But ignore the pillows, okay? Listen, life's tough. Texas beat the dog doo out of Michigan. I'm not surprised at all. I picked it. Y'all don't know that, but I picked it. And work and everything like that. I was telling all the homies, I said Michigan's going to lose by 20. My friend that's a Michigan fan, he said, we'll lose by 10. I said, 17. He said, 13. I said, 14, take it or leave it. We agreed on 14. I should have stayed at 20 because they lost by 19. You bombs. The the starter already got benched in the first game versus who? I think it was Fresno something. Buddy, this man what's his name? Davis Warren, who was the backup to Alex Orji, went 22 of 33 for 204 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. You couldn't even run the ball the way you normally could. I mean, Donovan Edwards had 8 for 41, which is a good average yards per carry, but it wasn't like you had 200 yards rushing like you normally would have last year in the national, like you did on your run to the national championship game. Syracuse beat number 23 ranked Georgia Tech. Oh, I guarantee you they ain't ranked no more. Georgia beat the hell out of Tennessee Tech. I don't give a damn. Kansas State beat Tulane by a touchdown. I don't think, okay, I mean, Tulane's not as good as they were last year. Arkansas, Oklahoma State was a really good game. It was like an actual really good game. Oklahoma State pulled away, but they were down like 14 at one point, I want to say. Let me go look, but I'm pretty sure because I was driving up here as this game was going on. Yeah, they were down 14-0 at one point, but then they came back and they won the game literally from the third quarter on. It was pretty much them that scored the whole time. In the second half, they literally only allowed 10 points. In double OT, they won the game because in the second half, they only allowed 10 points. 2 scores. That's all they allowed in the whole second half. That's third quarter, fourth quarter, first OT, second OT. They only allowed 10 points. They allowed 21 in the first half. Oklahoma State, great win, guys. Northern Illinois. Bro, like we get to a point where I start to think we get to a point every year, and it's always with football, where I start to think I know ball, and then something like this happens where I'm like, yeah, I don't know ball. I wrote about this game for work. I picked Notre Dame to not only win, but to cover the spread, which was like 38.5 or something insane. I'm trying not to curse. These bums in South Bend, Indiana, went out there at home after beating Texas A&M, who was like the 20th ranked team. They beat them on the road. They move up as the number 5 team in the nation. And what do they do the very next week? They say, you know what, Northern Illinois, we're going to give you your first ever win versus a top 5 team. You lost on a last second, well, not a last second field goal. You lost on a field goal with 35 seconds left. But then, this is the funny thing. They made the field goal. You get the ball back and get in field goal range. And then the field goal gets blocked. Now, it was a 62, 64-yard field goal. You wasn't going to make it. I promise you wasn't going to make it. But the fact that it got blocked is hilarious. That's a hilarious way to end that game. If you're a Notre Dame fan, I'm praying for you, brother, because your team sucks. My team almost lost to Bowling Green, but we didn't lose. You couldn't score more than 14 points against NIU? Like, let's be for real. Your quarterback, Riley Leonard, he's not great, but when he was at his best at Texas A&M, you got to notice he was moving. He was on the run. He was outside the pocket making throws, or he was on the run just running for first downs and everything. Well, in this game, he went 20 of 32 for 163 yards and 2 picks. He sucks. All right? Okay. Utah beat Baylor 23-12. I didn't think Baylor was going to be that good. I mean, we all know Utah's pretty good, but Cam Rising got hurt. So we got to see about that because Cam Rising is one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. He got hurt. Iowa State beat their rivals in Iowa 20-19. Iowa. You are ranked every year, and every year you disappoint everybody because we know that your offense sucks. Cade McNamara, buddy, do you remember when he was at Michigan? I do. 13 of 29 for 99 yards and 2 picks. You went out there and you played a full 3 class periods worth of football, and you threw for 99 yards in the full game on 30 attempts. Your running back had 25 carries for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns, and you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out there, and I'm not only going to get rushed 3 times for -4 yards, but what I'm also going to do is not only not throw a touchdown, I'm going to go 13 of 29, less than 50% of my passes I'm going to complete for less than 100 freaking yards for 3.4 yards per attempt on 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. Take the scholarship away, send him home. I don't know where he's from, but send him back there. You might have started, what is he, a righty or a lefty? If he's a right-handed player, start having him throw with his left hand because at a certain point you can't get worse than that. Buddy, you weren't playing freaking Georgia. You weren't playing like the best defense in the nation. You went out there and had 99 yards passing. I could use my foot for my hand that I could go out there and have 99 yards passing. Just pissing me off. Louisville beat the hell out of Jacksonville State. Ole Miss beat the hell out of Middle Tennessee. Miami beat the hell out of Florida A&M. Alabama damn near lost. Okay, the Alabama-South Florida score is 42-16. But in the fourth quarter, there was a point where it was like 16-14 or something like that. Like, it was a really close game for Alabama, and me and my homie started watching the game because we were watching Nebraska-Colorado, and then Nebraska beat the hell out of them. And then we were watching Tennessee, NC State. It was Tennessee, NC State. Tennessee was beating the hell out of them. So we put on this game because we were like, hold on, it's a close game. Now, South Florida played Alabama close last year. And this game, it was mostly penalties that was the reason that Alabama was in a close game. In that fourth quarter, in like the last 5 or 6 minutes, them boys scored 3 touchdowns. We were playing a game. We look up at the TV. We go, I saw one score. So I was like, okay, Alabama just took the lead back, or Alabama extended the lead. It was something like that. And then we look back up, and Alabama went from being up 21-16 to being up 42-16. And I said, hell happened? So, yeah, Mizzou beat the hell out of Buffalo. I don't think Brady Cook is good. For Mizzou fans, I don't think he's good. I don't think y'all think he's good either. Kansas, after beating a St. Louis team in Lindenwood like 55-3 or something like that. Shout out Steve Hall, by the way. He's a running back on Lindenwood. That's the homie from high school. These brothers went out there and lost to Illinois 23-17. Kansas stick to basketball. And if that doesn't work out for you, you ain't beating Mizzou in wrestling. You ain't beating no Penn State in wrestling. So I don't know what sport you're going to go to. I don't know. Find something. Maybe you have a really good women's sport or something, because you need to find something, because football ain't for you, and basketball these last couple of years ain't been going too hot either. Lord have mercy. Ohio State beat the hell out of Western Michigan. It was close for a while, but they simply beat the hell out of them. Like I said, Tennessee 51-10 against NC State. It was never close. Well, it was close for a little bit, but like it was like, you know what I'm saying, like 7-3, 10-3, and then from there, Tennessee literally scored almost every other point from that point on. LSU let Nichols score 21 on them. Who is Nichols? I couldn't tell you. But LSU let them score 21 on them, but luckily for LSU, they put up 44. LSU, you still suck. Don't care. Oklahoma beat Houston 16-12. Now, this was the game we finished the night off playing. I mean, we finished the night off watching. I remember watching a pick that happened at the end of the game. I remember watching Oklahoma take the lead back because Houston was winning up until literally the last minute or something of the game. But then, or no. Houston wasn't winning up until the last minute of the game. It was a 2-point game until then, and then Houston gets the ball back, and they get a safety. Bunch of bombs. Stick to basketball, Houston. Clemson beat App State 66-20. Congrats, K-Club. Think you suck. Oregon again struggled. For the second week in a row, they struggled. 37-34 against Boise State. Now, Boise State's running back is probably the leader for Heisman right now. I don't care what you say. Oh, he goes to Boise State. I don't give a damn. He just did it against Oregon. That's the top. That's what one of the. What were they ranked before this game? They were ranked 7th going into this game. But what were they ranked in the beginning of the season? Like 3. And he just did that against them too? Let me make sure it's Boise State's running back that I'm thinking about, but I'm 99% sure. Yeah, 25 for 192 and 3 touchdowns. And they damn near won the game. Oregon, you suck. With that roster, you were down 34-27 in the fourth quarter. With that roster, you had to win on a game-winning field goal. With that roster to them? No disrespect, but it's like, I'm not getting it either because it has to be defense. Because the 2 games that I've looked at, they've ran the ball well. Evan Stewart's a great receiver. He did well this game. And then Dylan Gabriel has been like not missing any passes. So what do y'all suck at? Because last game you didn't even score that much, but he was barely missing passes. This game you scored more, but you also let up 34. What are y'all, Dan Lanning, what do you have going on over there, buddy? What the problem is? Because are you fried coaching these games? Like, what are you? Anyways, Arizona beat North Arizona 22-10, and then USC beat Utah State 48-0. All right, that was the recap of the games from this week. Penn State, James Franklin, you're on your last leg with me, buddy. I don't give a damn about that contract extension you signed like last year or 2 years ago. I couldn't give a damn less. We lose Manny Diaz, who goes to Duke, I believe, is the head coach now. We lose him on our defense, and guess what we do? We give up 27 points to Bowling Green in week 2 of the season after only giving up 12 to West Virginia. Yeah, okay, James Franklin. Hey, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, bro. I'm about to hop on some 2K with the homie, play some park or rec or something. Yeah, bro. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.